G'day guys, welcome to London, or welcome back to London from here at Australia House. See all the Australian flags now. Why g'day guys and not the ubiquitous YouTube greeting of hi guys? It always reminds me of Chunk from the Goonies. Hi guys, how are you guys? Anyway, why g'day? January the 26th is Australia Day. It's a national holiday in Australia. It's not something we celebrate on the same scale here in Britain. I'm not Australian, I'm in London. I'm British and I'm in London. But I thought I'd try and make an Australian inspired or influenced vlog. I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to do that. I'll start with the Australian High Commission on the Australian flags. But I think British on the Australians have far more in common than we do differences, and one of those things is our ability to assimilate into each other's societies and cultures. I think there are many Australians here, and I think when they're here they enjoy what Britain has to offer, and when the Brits go to Australia we enjoy everything Australia has to offer. So finding small pockets of Australian culture here in Britain, it's not impossible, but it's not going to be easy. There are some amazing Australian restaurants, but I thought I'd try and go a little bit more off the beaten path, to be honest. Now, Australia Day is, I was going to say a celebration, but it's not celebrated by everyone in Australia. For some it's a day of mourning, Invasion Day it's called, Survival Day. It marks the day the first British colonists and settlers arrived in Australia by boat to set up the penal colony, which I guess became the foundation of modern Australian government, popular society, modern society, for many, for most. But the challenge was then, and still today, there was and still is surviving an indigenous population, the Aboriginals and Torres Strait Islanders, and the treatment of them once the British arrived back then, pretty horrific. It's difficult to judge the way people acted historically without taking a guess the situations back then into context, which is very difficult to do. But even in living memory, the treatment of the indigenous Australians has been pretty horrendous. Reconciliation is probably more on the table than ever before, but it's got a long way to go. Equal opportunities still has a long way to go, but yeah, let's not get into racism, politics on YouTube. The comment section will be on fire. Might as well have an argument about Vegemite and Marmite. That'll really blow up the comment section. I suppose let's look for some positive Australian influence here in London. Let's get some breakfast. Okay, first up guys, I'm at Spitalfields Old Market. I'm here for coffee and some breakfast. It's a great coffee shop here, but also there's a Crosstown Doughnuts here, and for Australia Day they have an Australian inspired donut. So yeah, I'm gonna have donut for breakfast. Crosstown do great donuts, but they have for Australia Day something called a lam-nut, which is a cross between a popular Australian dessert cake called a Lamington and one of their donuts. I've never had a Lamington. They're not widely available here in the UK. I've never actually heard of one until now, so we'll give it a go. But that is the Crosstown Doughnuts truck. So I'm here for breakfast. I would have come here later in the day for donuts, but when they're gone, they're gone. When they sell out, they sell out until the following day. So donuts for breakfast. Let's hope they haven't sold out already. Fingers crossed. Okay, success. I've got a lam-nut, the cross between a Lamington and a doughnut. So let's get some coffee and dig in. Coffee shop's right here. Department of Coffee and Social Affairs. Okay, breakfast. An espresso from the Department of Coffee and Social Affairs. Good coffee. And the lam-nut from Crosstown Doughnuts. Looks good. I'm not sure how it compares to an actual Lamington because I've never had one. But it's a great idea for a donut. Got the cakey kind of donut, ring, jam in the middle, coated in chocolate and covered in desiccated coconut. Breakfast of champions. Only on Australia Day. Pretty good. Maybe one day I can find an actual Lamington here in London. I'm sure they sell them somewhere. They're just not that popular. Not that widely available. Okay. Just going to take a quick look around the market. My Australian inspired breakfast was delicious. Luckily it's still quite early, the market's quite quiet later on. It's heaving here. So let's take a quick look around. I wish it was like this back when I was a market trader. Modern, clean, great facilities. Back then I was standing in the, me and my mate standing in the freezing cold, open to the elements on Portobello Road, but we did look at this market back then, and back then this was like a little car boot sale in the middle of this whole market hall. It wasn't what it is today. If it was, I'd have been here like a shot. Spitalfields is a hugely popular destination, a hugely popular market for fashion, and both modern and vintage. But probably more dominant is food and drink. That whole selection is food stalls, food shops and hungry consumers. Okay, Spitalfields was interesting. I definitely recommend a trip here. If you're in town, check the website for opening times. Interesting clothes, great food and drink, and my Australian inspired breakfast. I know what Australians will say if they're watching. Rack off, mate, that wasn't a Lamington. You're right, it wasn't, but it was inspired by one, and that's the best I could do. So next I'm off to Camden Market, and I'm pretty sure I've seen something there that's synonymous with Australia. Some lunch. So yeah, I'm gonna jump on a train and head to Camden. Let's go. Okay guys, I'm in Camden. Last time I was here was in December, before Christmas. I filmed here for Vlogmas, filmed buying a Christmas jumper, which went quite well. While I was here, I saw somewhere that sold I suppose exotic meats, or exotic for here in the UK. And there are two things synonymous with Australia: kangaroos and barbecue. And they combine the two and do kangaroo burgers. I just typed in Google to see if they're still here, to see where they're still here. If they are here, the first thing came up was quite a bad TripAdvisor review of kangaroo burgers. Not sure if it was theirs or not, but here's hoping they're here. I'm not going to let that put me off. I'm pinning my hopes on that for my Australian inspired lunch. And also I'll take a quick look around the markets while we're here. So let's go. Super busy here today.
I said the only thing I know is the
As you can see, all behind me and in front of me, the crowds here are, well, massive. Right, let's try and find a kangaroo. success. Kangaroo steak, and it's still on the menu. It's get in the queue. It all looks pretty good.
Is it quite rare? Would you like rare? Rare, yeah. Oh, that'd be lovely, thank you.
Oh.
Yeah? Yeah, that's perfect. I like it, a little bit on the side.
You've been served?
Rare lamb. No, I'm alright actually. That's 650.
Okay, after queuing up, they had no kangaroo left, so I've gone for lamb. To be honest, I probably could have told you it was kangaroo, because I bet no one can tell the difference between cooked kangaroo and cooked lamb. I know I couldn't, looking at it, maybe tasting it, but not looking at it barbecued. Anyway, barbecue will have to do for my Australian inspired lunch, so let's give this box of lamb salad and potatoes and sauce a go. I don't think lamb fares well on a barbecue. There's nothing wrong with it. I think it's better roasted than barbecued lamb. I think barbecuing dries it out a bit. It's kind of it's got the texture of shredded duck. Got the crispy shredded duck. Shame I couldn't get the kangaroo for this Australian inspired vlog, but hey, we're not in Australia. But I'm going to dig into this. It is good, it's pretty good, I'm enjoying it. So we'll dig into the rest of this, then we'll take a quick look around the market. If you come to London, or you're in London and you haven't visited Camden Market, you should definitely pay it a visit. It's a really eclectic mix of shops and stalls, fashion, new, old, vintage, popular cultures, subcultures, a whole melting pot of people. Food, drink, again, every nationality is covered, I think. Drinks, plenty of bars. Music, arts, crafts. It's a massive sprawling maze of shops and stalls. And yeah, you could spend days on end here and not see it all. Amy Winehouse tribute there. Yeah, definitely worth a visit. I don't come here often enough. But let's take a look around. An amazing mix of things here, and an amazing mix of people to go with them. Check out this poor kid who wheeled around like freaking shopping. Wow. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this vlog. Trip to Spitalfields and a trip here to Camden Market. Tried to make an Australian inspired vlog. Breakfast was almost a success. The Lamington influenced donut. Lunch not so much. I came for Kangaroo and got the lamb. It's probably New Zealand lamb. Well, it wasn't Australian, that's for sure. New Zealand's closer to Australia than we are now. Step in the right direction, but yeah, not a resounding success. But anyway, if you like this vlog, please hit the thumbs up, like button. If you'd like to be the first to see my new films, the subscribe button. And as the Australians would say, hooroo. Finally found something Australian, genuinely Australian. Australians leaving a pub dressed as kangaroos. That is a kangaroo onesie. I lost sight of them. They head into the Australians' native habitat here in London. They'll kill me for that.